Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is 9 o'clock here, a little after 9 on Tuesday night, November the 25th. Time for the 14 First Alert Weather Show at 9 o'clock. I'm watching your comments here on the 14 News Facebook page. So if you have any, you can throw them in there and I'll check them out in just a couple of minutes. We are in for a big shock here with the weather. We have sharply colder air moving in overnight tonight, and it will really come home to roost by early Friday morning. That's when we should have our coldest morning of the week, down to about 21 degrees. Dry, sunny, but chilly for Thanksgiving. High temps right around 40, and then slightly cooler than that on Saturday and Friday too. Looking at the radar right now, we had some showers earlier. Most of that has now moved well to our east, and we're not anticipating any additional rainfall tonight, save maybe just a couple little sprinkles out there. The models here showing a clearing trend through the morning, so we should wake up to at least some sunshine. We might surrender clouds by tomorrow night, and then on Thanksgiving, clearing out again. Right now we're at 56 degrees, and the humidity's at 90%. We're not too concerned about fog this evening. We have a lot of wind coming in, and that should disperse any fog out there. We hit 53 this morning and got up to 59 this afternoon. It was about, if you look at the 24-hour temperature change, we are slightly warmer than we were yesterday at this time. Our degrees from normal this morning, it was actually 19 degrees warmer than the typical low. And of course, the afternoon high was about 7 degrees warmer. So it's no surprise that this month continues to trend a little bit warmer than normal. And we also had a decent rainfall today of 1.12 inches. So the second rainiest day of the month there, we had a ½ an inch last Friday. For the month, we're in good shape. We're just off by about 1/3 of an inch, which is really negligible. And our average temperature there now trending about 2 degrees warmer than normal. For your commute tomorrow, or maybe you're driving off to grandmother's house or getting those last groceries or whatever it is, we should have pretty nice weather really for the day for driving. Temperatures in the 40s, but it will be sunny out there and crisp too. The satellite and radar pic showing that last of the rain now moving up into New York and Boston. Low pressure will drag colder air off of Lake Superior, so some snow up over Wisconsin tomorrow. But for the tri-state, we are in a clear patch here for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Our next bout of rain will move in over the weekend and maybe linger into the first half of next week. Our temperature trend, we bottom out Friday, and then we remain below normal there through the first half of next week. Now, the GFS and the European divergent again, neither one really settling on a specific idea here for Saturday. The GFS is held back on the arrival of precip until a little later in the morning, starting it out perhaps as a snow and a rain-snow mix, and then changing to all rain there as the day wears on and winds turn to the south. So that's kind of the same theme that the European is advertising, but the timing is a little different, and I'll show you that here in a second. So on the European model, we start out on Saturday, or actually this one goes from Wednesday, but you see our clear Thursday, Friday, and then on Saturday, the rain moving in later. Notice the time up there around 7. So with that kind of warming and with low located a little farther north in Missouri, that would give us rain. I'm leaning more toward the European solution. Also, even if we did have a little bit of snow, it's not going to stick or cause problems out there. But I think the timing on the European a little too late. Basically, I think it's going to warm up enough on Saturday morning that whatever comes in will basically be rain sometime mid-morning or early afternoon. So, you know, we'll continue to watch. This is Tuesday, that's Saturday, still many days for it to resolve here. And then by middle and end of next week, we dry out. 38 degrees overnight tonight, highs tomorrow of around 45 degrees, which is still cooler than the norm for this time of the year. And then the rain returns on Saturday, Sunday. Early next week, rain chances start to diminish. Longer range through the 9th of December, we're looking at cooler than normal temps and a little bit drier than what we've had here up to this point. I got the picture fixed here for Pet Pick tonight, although this one still is just titled Julia. It came into the Submit Your Pick portion of 14news.com. So whoever you are, whichever one is Julia, I'm assuming, I'm not going to assume, I never assume anything. So I appreciate the Pet Pick though, and you can of course check those out over on 14news.com and submit your own. So we have a fresh supply always here of pet pictures. All right, let's see if anybody has questions, concerns, comments here. William Raleigh had about an inch of rain. Okay, yeah, that's me too. It really just soaked overnight, 8,500 in Saval there with Jeff Miller out in Posey County. That's about par for the course for this rain. We're just about 3 weeks away from winter as we segue into the science corner here. That means the sun will be as low as it gets down here over the Tropic of Capricorn. And, we've talked about this many times about the sign or the angle of the sun over the horizon determines how long our days are because of how long it takes the sun to get from one horizon to the other. And our Earth is tilted at 23.5 degrees. Today, for instance, the sun came up at 6:42 and it set at 4:32. So we didn't have, we're getting shorter and shorter days. And actually, this time of the year, we start to lose daylight at a decreasing rate, if that makes sense. In other words, we shed nearly an hour, over an hour, in August, September, and October, and then in November only 50 minutes. December, because we have the solstice in there, we will stop losing and start gaining. So the net of those two is actually only a 13-minute loss of daylight hours there in December. And then January, we're going to tack on 41 minutes. You'll start to notice the days getting a little longer there by about the third week of January. February, it accelerates at 52 minutes of daylight. And then March, April, we really start to pile the daylight back on. So easier said than done. We still have to get through the winter first. So anyway, but something to look forward to. Longer days there after the 21st of December. I'm saving my voice again, so I will see you on 14 News at 10. Thanks so much for watching. Michael Fecka will be in here for the rest of the week, so please have a safe and happy Thanksgiving with you and yours.